Yo, what's going on? We back with another episode of the Hamptons podcast. I got the crew with me. I got J and J, Tough Luis. We back, man. We back. How we feeling?
Damn, nigga.
That was one of the fastest intro I ever heard. That shit took 3 seconds. Hold on, now.
That nigga killed that shit. Why y'all hating?
Oh God, I wasn't even hating.
I did not expect him.
That shit was that was fast though. He zoomed through that anyway.
Went right through. He been practicing for months.
I came in with it, bro. Y'all was really just not ready.
You right. Our fault. I've been good though. I've been good. Clippers W's. I've been great. My team's still in the playoffs.
All right.
Only 2 of us could say that.
I think the Jazz and the Clippers are the only team left.
Yes, I'm feeling great in life, but sports-wise, that shit is horrible.
Yeah, them Suns. And we can talk about that right now.
Yeah, we could go right into the first series.
Yeah, the Lakers. Luis, you being the Lakers fan, obviously. I just want to talk about one thing. How you feel about LeBron, bro? I know it's about ankle,
like just in general, like how he played.
Yeah, like his play.
I mean, it was whatever. There was moments where you could see like he looked healthy at moments, but most of the time he didn't.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a lot of players where he was just not like.
Like the end of the game, it was like a 13-point game, and I get that he wasn't getting the calls, which he was right. But this man was arguing for half of the damn shot clock with the ref in the back. Like, he didn't even go back at all.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Dog, that shit pissed me off so much. And I'm one of the biggest Bron stans. And that shit pissed me off so much. But
I was about to say, at a certain point in the game, it kind of felt like he was just like, we're going to lose. I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, he came back. And when he comes back, he's standing in the paint and let Jay Crowder shoot a 3. Like, he didn't even fucking nothing.
Crowder. Yeah, that was the game to me, too.
Legs.
Make a little run.
Yeah, that was game 6.
LaQuit on his team, man. LaQuit on his team.
And then when Kuzma went up for that layup and he like airballed it off the backboard, he just called out for the game.
Oh yeah, see, that's
called out. He did that shit. He did that same shit in Kuzma,
man. Kuzma.
Yeah. And nigga dapped up everybody. Say, "Hey, good game, bro.
I'll see y'all in LA.
Y'all later."
Yeah, but I think the next biggest thing about that game was AD. Obviously, his whole like groin or whatever. They came out and played him. I didn't think they should have played him to begin with.
That boy was out there running around like Kenny Smith, bro.
He out there grabbing it.
You know when Kenny Smith ran to the board? That's how he was running around the whole damn time. That shit was sad.
That's funny.
I was like damn.
Like, he shouldn't have been out there at all, but I give it to him for going out there and playing. That takes a lot of heart. But not there.
Yeah, when he played, aside from game 1, he was good this series. Like, aside from game 1, he was good when he did play.
He was elite in game 2. He was elite.
Yeah, like 36 or something.
His defense was so good. Like, the whole season, his main defense was really good.
Yeah, because in game 1, that boy, DeAndre Ayton had him in hell.
Was out there stinking it up.
In every game, DeAndre Ayton had him in hell.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton.
That boy he had like 2010 on like, or like 2015 on like 80%.
That was more really just going into Drummond and
that's the real AD anyways, right?
Because AD was more powder.
No, I think it was more Marcus Gasol. Really. Marcus Gasol was so slow.
And in game 1 it was Trez too. He was still getting center minutes.
Hey,
that nigga didn't play at all, bro.
So
he played like 3 minutes.
Trez was terrible. Anyways, so like the Lakers, they came up a championship. And then they didn't get any of their they didn't keep any of their important pieces at all. Like, how do you feel about that, Luis? They let Rondo walk. They let their bigs walk.
The White was the biggest loss. Yeah, D12 had to come back. That was the one. Rondo, it was Dennis replacing him was cool enough, and then Danny Green getting replaced. Danny Green didn't get a valuable replacement. Like, Dennis Schroeder is not a shooter, even though Danny Green had his struggles.
Hold on, you forgot his name, bro. His last name's Schroeder.
Oh yeah, my fault. Dennis Schroeder. That man was regions 1 through 12 for most of the series. That man was horrible.
I mean, he also doesn't.
Hey, look, bro.
But yeah, like, we didn't get an actual replacement for Danny Green, like a shooter. Yeah, and we didn't get a defensive center for D12. We got Andre Drummond, who was not offensive or defense. He's just a fucking scrub. And then we got Marcus Gasol, who can't guard shit. And
he's so slow, bro.
No, you know, y'all put y'all defense on Kyle Kuzma, bro. They said Kyle Kuzma got it, bro.
Hey, Kuzma, but the thing, that's the only shit he did good from Kuz. Everything else, he was fucking horrible. But like defense, he was alright. It was good enough. But
So
like one
offense, he played like a headless chicken. That shit was so sad to watch.
I was gonna say like one observation is like you guys replaced JaVale and Dwight Howard, very extremely athletic bigs, for Andre Drummond and Marc Gasol.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen Marc. I was gonna say I don't think I've seen Marc Gasol grab the rim all year. So
that is crazy though.
That man do not move from the ground.
Like,
when was the last time Marc Gasol done?
Grizzlies?
He probably caught a lob or something.
I don't think he can.
Because I know
he probably just got hurt.
Toronto,
I mean,
he was
if
doing
he
straight
stretches for
layups.
cool like 40 minutes, he could probably done.
Yeah.
Toronto,
So,
he was doing straight layups, bro.
so what you think the next step forward is for them? Like, how do they get back to that championship?
He's got to retool with defensive players
And they gotta
and find a shooter. I seen on Twitter that they're going for Doug McDermott's. That's cool.
Like that.
That'd be fine.
That's a good
Not
move.
necessarily a defensive center, but at least an athletic one that can learn with AD and just be athletic.
Like, to be honest, I really don't see a reason to not bring back Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Y'all got Montrezl Harrell though.
Nah, relax.
Now,
Hey, they got Trey's out there.
right.
See that dude?
Oh, that man sucked, man.
A lot of impact right there.
He was like,
Hang on the rim for a second.
he thought he was so clean.
The third one, like
I was trying to tell y'all that Trez sucked this whole like off season. I was trying to tell
Hey, man.
the
Mr.
world,
Energy.
but no,
Energy.
he don't deserve that 6th man of the year at all. Actually, he did, but that man is not good.
Who did they should gave it to? Who will again?
Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
He was cold. Okay.
And I think his problem with the Lakers was he was used wrong. Like they had him spotting up. Like in most of the games I saw, they had him like spotting up and like that's like not his offense.
A lot of mid-range touches. That's what I was like. A lot of mid-range touches, which is
that's just not his offense.
he wouldn't drive.
It was. I was gonna say it was weird because it was like they were almost playing him as if he was like Kyle Lowry,
And
which is who's better than, you know.
and it's
like-
just it's
Schroeder's a good role player, but you're asking him to do too much.
yeah, and it's hard for him to like I don't know. Like the Lakers, they got a big who could shoot but had no spacing. Like I don't know how that works.
They have two big men that can shoot.
And they had zero spacing. So they like
Those Drummond minutes were killing them.
Like-
And they kept running him.
Dude, Drummond is just so bad for so many
It was
reasons.
so funny
Insane.
because it was like Drummond is awful for their defense, but I swear to you, they could not get rebounds without him on the court.
that's
No, and it's
sad.
crazy
My
'cause
God. That's his
I think
best
they had to
thing.
like the biggest thing is because they had like they signed him right, and it's like Vogel got to play him minutes because it's like they gave him like a promise or something like that he would get like a big role. So it's like bro, you got to get him in the game.
You
Or,
almost
like,
feel obligated to give him minutes even if he
money.
did not play at all.
a guy I wanted to see more was Ben McLemore. He didn't get enough minutes.
Yeah.
I forgot he
Hey,
Didn't he
hold
only
on,
play on
what's
game
LeBron's
6?
nickname for him? What's LeBron's nickname for him?
E-man?
Now what he say on his IG? Nah, bro, hold on, I gotta find that, bro.
No,
Yeah,
that
he
one
was
play
on
with Andre Drummond where it's like DeAndre Ayton's in the post and he's nowhere near him at all and he has to get pushed to go. That shit is so funny.
Hey, speaking of them though, shout out to Devin Booker and for actually lose away.
Yeah.
Because it was like points in that game 6 where it was like, if you slip up and fuck up here, it don't matter if you're going back to Phoenix, you're gonna lose game 7. But they held on, sealed them away.
Every time we were making a run, D Book came down and hit a contested shot.
D Book, Mikal Bridges, all of them young dudes, Cam Johnson.
Mikal is weird.
DeAndre-
I watched Mikal play, and I swear, like I never see him make a shot. But then I look at his
That's
stats, and
fact.
he's shooting really good. Like it looks like he never makes a shot. I don't know why, but yeah, Mikal's a great player. They have a bunch of good 3D guys.
Yeah. Hey,
bunch
shout
of
out to
role
Cameron
players.
Payne stepping it up.
Yeah.
Actually, going from like in 2016 when he was on the Bulls for like genuinely being one of the worst players in the NBA to being a good rotational point guard.
Yeah. He came in with CP3 when he got
Wait, hold on, what college?
He really changed the game because he was really different.
He grew
He's like a
good
very
even tell the
different player.
difference.
Who know what college Cam Johnson went to?
UNC.
North Carolina.
There we go. Hey, but before we talk about
Oh, you said
Suns,
Cam Johnson said campaign, my fault.
Yeah, I don't even know what Cam. No, I don't even know
He
what.
went to
Murray.
Murray State.
He went
Yeah.
to Murray State.
Dang, like Ja?
I did not know.
Yes.
Man, okay, I see the similarities. I don't.
Wow. FBI, don't do
I
that.
was saying, what?
He said, I see the simulation. Don't do that no more.
Don't do that.
Hey, but talking about Ja, his first round was crazy.
Gosh.
Yeah, he did.
He had the Jazz looking a little scary. But
A lot of those games were mad close.
And I was talking.
Jaden, talk about the Jazz.
Close.
It was a fun series. It was.
Very fun series.
I don't know what was up with Donovan, why he couldn't play game one. They still haven't really said why. He seemed like by the time we got to game two and he played, he looked like he was ready to go. That game one without Donovan was a lot of fun. But obviously as a fan, I'm much more comfortable with winning by 16 and winning by, 14 and shit. It was fun basketball. Ja played his ass off this series. And so did Donovan. It was, I think it was game 5. Donovan had a 30-10 game, and he would have had like 15 assists if there wasn't selling him on his assists. I'm excited though. Hopefully, everybody can stay healthy.
Yeah.
In game 5, I think it was either game 4 or game 5, Mike went out with like a hamstring thing, so that's why I'm glad this Clipper series went to 7. Give him some more time.
I was talking to somebody, I don't remember who, but like we were talking about that whole, if the Warriors were there, would it have made a difference? And I was like,
no.
I was thinking that, and I was like, yeah, Steph's gonna have his 50-pointer where he tries to force him to win, but Ja had the same thing. He had his 47 points and just he still lost. So I don't
because I was gonna say, like, think about this. Like, we expected Steph to like put on some like crazy performances, but Ja had 26, 47, 28, 23, 27.
Yeah.
Like
hold on.
Maybe Steph scores a couple more points in those games, but
supporting cast is
way better.
It would just be Curry out there. Just trying
I think no matter who it would have been, it probably would have been in 5. But I think it was much more entertaining for the Grizzlies because the Grizzlies are a much more well-rounded team.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember in the playing game, the first playing game and the last game of the regular season, Ja was struggling. Like, it didn't look like he was going to be good in the playoffs at all.
He couldn't shoot at all.
Yeah, and then
he shot 30. He shot like 33% in both of those games. Bad stuff.
I was out here saying I didn't want to watch playoff Ja, and then he went crazy.
That boy turned it on.
LeBron
heard the talk
for Ben McLemore was B Mac Daddy Young Strappy. That's
what?
That's what he called him.
LeBron too damn old, man.
He said he will be heard loud and clear. B Mac Daddy Young Strappy.
Why is it
That's
so
not what I'm
long ass nickname?
LeBron got too much time on his hands.
One of my favorite players, like, other than being like one of the greatest hoopers of all time, he really just like a 36-year-old dad, bro. He's just really old.
He's an old head, and it's crazy.
From Akron, bro.
That's the funny part.
From Akron.
Like saying old head stuff like B Mac Daddy Young Strappy. Like, bro,
who's saying that?
The hashtags and nicknames.
Hashtag kid from Akron. Hashtag we strive for greatness. We all witnesses.
I was seeing 3 rims. I shot for the middle one. That's the quote of the year. That's the quote of the year.
That man LeBron.
Let me hit the jump shot. I was like, bro, what? He's out there saying words.
He's something else, man.
Hey, but back to the series. Did Jaren Jackson Jr. look good for y'all?
Yeah, he looked great. From the games I watched, he looked great. For somebody who played 22 games this whole season, I think, and then came out and did that.
Yeah.
Now I would say is he had like flashes where it was like, okay, this is Jaren, but it's like the rest of the time it was like, bro, it was I think it was a part of, I think it was game 3 where it was like he don't got it all together right now. He needs to, like, this shit's not gonna work. We know what he is and what he's going to be next season, but it wasn't it. Like, he played really bad in game 3. And then he picked it back up the next game. He's good. He'll be fine.
For sure.
He'll be fine. Really, the key for him in his career is to stay healthy. He hasn't played more than 60 games.
Not foul out all the time.
7 points.
Yeah. He in year 3 still. I don't know. He's still suffering from that problem.
He's definitely got better since his rookie year, though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was on that Mitchell Robinson time, and he would jump at everything.
And 5,000 second quarter, bro.
I still think he.
Speaking of Mitchell Robinson,
you jumping over 2
I
minutes?
was about to say that. Yeah.
Oh, do it.
Did he play any minutes in that series?
He was hurt. He was supposed to be back. But he
It's his foot or his hand? Which one was it?
His
foot. Okay.
That's probably my favorite.
If he came back, I think we would have won a couple more games because we would have had a guy that could go with Capella. But
I don't think so though.
Talk about
because Trey was out there tearing y'all apart, yo.
I gotta hear your
not
thoughts
necessarily.
on that.
If you really look at his stats, it's more of it was him putting up 30. People thought that he was gonna drop 40 and 50 on us, but we didn't because we should have had like RJ on him, who's a way better defender than Bullock. And he's more physical than Bullock.
Yeah, it was kind of disrespectful having Derrick Rose on Trey Young for that long.
It was
like RJ is by far y'all best perimeter defender.
And shout out
except for maybe like Frank.
Watching the game though, it was more of we didn't have offense, and then the defense just started collapsing over time.
That boy Julius Randle was playing scared.
D Rose was the only.
Randle was hesitant on shots.
League,
terrible shots.
Really
they don't want to shoot the right shots, smart shots at all.
Like his most efficient game was 7 for 19.
But a lot of those shots he was taking throughout the season, huh?
He just wasn't making them.
I mean, but he just wasn't making them. But then again, he shoots open shots more in the regular season. He just wasn't taking those shots. Like in the last game, Game 5, he had like 3 shots where he's wide open and he pump fakes.
They just weren't going in.
He just decides not to shoot the shot.
I feel like at a certain point in this series, maybe it was after Game 3, it was like his confidence went down.
His confidence dropped when they started doing those overrated calls, bro. It's over.
Yeah, and he even said, and I was about to say, he even said, I think it was after Game 2, where he was like, the Garden was just threw him off. It was that loud, even though they won. And I don't know if he actually recovered from that playoff atmosphere.
I mean, Randall was bad, but RJ is an expected thing. He didn't play good, but it's his first playoffs, and he's his second year.
Second year player.
Yeah, so I mean, him not playing well isn't crazy to me.
And I was gonna say the other part is like, he shot 40% from 3 this year.
Yeah.
And it was like at a certain point, the Hawks were like, "We'll give you those shots. Go ahead and prove us wrong that you're a 40% shooter." Yeah. And with the exception of Game 2, he shot poorly from 3.
And I mean, the Hawks just had the perfect setup where they have a great shot blocker in Capella. So when they want to get to the basket,
Capella's there.
Stopped. Yeah, they're just gonna get stopped. They literally forced us to use Reggie Bullock and basically D Rose, IQ, Burke.
That boy D Rose was
score, and then after D Rose gets tired and Burks is not that guy, and the rest of those they're not that guy. They're not those guys, so they're not gonna be able to do that. We don't have a star that is gonna we just give the ball to him. That's the guy.
All right.
What do you want to add,
Randall's clearly not that guy.
Who's your main guy other than Lonzo? Because we know Lonzo.
That was gonna be my question.
Lonzo.
Everybody wants Lonzo.
Who would be your guy other than Lonzo to go for? Would it be a star or a role player? Or what is it?
It would be for me. I would think of a guy I could see what I would see the Knicks doing versus what I want are different. I would see the Knicks probably getting like DeMar DeRozan as a guy who just give him the ball and then he's gonna give you a bucket. Even though he's not, that spacing would be a little weird still because he's not a great shooter either.
DeRozan was horrible.
But was that a random roommate? Like you having Brad as your roommate?
Them 3-point shoot around is gonna sound like a 12 gauge going.
But then again, like Jalen Brunson's the guy who I like. That's
how I feel like a lot of
matches. It'll be available during the summer, so we just keep that.
And I was just talking to Brad because I was like, because my roommates, when I get my townhouse, they're living together. And then Brad needed someone.
Y'all just gotta see it. Like you don't see the white culture.
He needed someone. So
like you mean like a wing scorer? Tim Hardaway Jr. would be a free agent.
Again, bro.
Hey, but Jay, do you feel like
he's living with different people?
Now want to come there or not?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
he's living with different people.
This is a great foundation here for him.
I want to see
a second star player or like a all-star perennial all-star player could come in and just.
They need looking at breakout season happening next year.
That guy for the
Randall
Knicks.
could be good like Siakam in their title run. I feel like he could be a good second option.
Randall could definitely be that guy in a second guy, but he's not the main guy.
For reference, though, by the way, not this offseason, but the following one, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, Kemba Walker, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving. Yeah, a lot of these are player options, though, and a lot of them are picking options.
You would think
dodge the grind.
Randall is also up for his contract after next season.
If the Nets do win a championship, I don't think KD and Harden are leaving, right?
Yeah. No. None of them are going to resign.
But James Harden being available is so crazy. That would be.
That's what one of the concerns was. Is like if the Nets lost the championship, like I remember we was talking about this before the season had started. It was like after the Harden trade. It was like if they don't win a championship in those 2 years, which is really unlikely, especially now that the Lakers are up, they could just do all of them damn trades and just all three of them leave in the same offseason.
That would be very bad.
That makes good. Terrible.
I think if
all that rebuilding just to be right back there.
I think if they don't win this year, I think they might trade one of them.
One of them. Think so? I don't think the ISO game is gonna last for more than 2 years.
They're gonna have.
Who's the one that be traded? Tough.
It's either gonna be Harden or Kyrie.
Yeah.
I don't think they trade Harden because he's like the most important.
Harden's the best player on that team.
Yeah. The best player on that team. It would probably be Kyrie because of what he's known to do, which is his emotions and blah 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 blah. They probably get rid of him before they would get rid of the rest of them.
Yeah.
And statistically, he's the worst one. So
if
still like really good, that's crazy.
Top 15 players. So if Kevin Durant's knees start doing the 2-2 slide again, he's on his way out.
Oh yeah. True. But who will trade for him considering those problems?
He go to the Mavericks or something.
Everybody.
There's a lot of teams who will still trade for him.
He's still Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? But
you look kind of. He's still a walking bucket no matter what.
You would look like a fucking nut if you traded Kevin Durant, though. You know what I mean?
Hey, who y'all got this series? The Bucks or the Nets?
You know where my money.
I have the Nets.
Where my money lies.
I want the Bucks to win this.
I got the Bucks.
How many games?
I got the Nets.
Say how many games? Say who you got. Tough, you go first.
I got Bucks in 6.
Okay. Jaden?
I have the Nets in 7.
I got the same prediction. Nets in 7.
Too.
I want the Bucks to take this home though.
Yeah, I got Nets in 7. You got Bucks?
I got Nets in 6.
Okay.
I just don't see I think the biggest thing for me is because everybody been saying, well, the Bucks got the perfect defense. They got Drew, they got Giannis. But when I look at that roster on the Nets, bruh, KD, best scorer of all time. Harden, top 5 scorer of all time. Kyrie, somewhere in that list.
He top 25.
Pretty close to generation.
Drew gonna be in hell, bro. He gonna
they have Drew, but they don't have 2 Drews, and they lost Dante.
So Middleton.
They lost Dante DiVincenzo.
I know Drew is elite. I know Giannis is elite.
I know Middleton's a great defender, but
Middleton is all right, I guess, because he's tall. But I don't know how they're gonna be stopped at all.
If you're going up against Harden and Kyrie, you need 2 Drews.
If I think about the matchups, Giannis is gonna be on KD, and I mean, it's gonna still be a challenge, but KD still isn't 100%, so he'll be let off a little easier than like healthy KD. But everybody else, you don't have anyone to guard both Kyrie and Harden. So
also, if Brook Lopez is going to drop coverage, he's gonna get cooked.
That's exactly what I was about to say. The thing that really scares me about this series is what's going to happen is even if Drew, Chris Middleton, and Giannis do their thing and they're actually slowing down and maybe even stopping one of these guys, Joe Harris is their 4th guy. And if the minutes that's going to kill him is the Brook Lopez minutes, when Brook's out there dropping down and fucking Joe Harris has 34 points.
That's a very possibility.
But that's
he did against the Celtics in game 2.
That's really
game 2 of the Celtics.
The Bucks have to take advantage of those DeAndre Jordan minutes because he's going to get some this series, and they got to take advantage of that big time.
DeAndre.
That's really the only time that you can have Brook Lopez out there is when DeAndre Jordan's out there.
Mm-hmm. And Brook Lopez going to the paint more.
They finna do that on the pick and roll, Lob City.
Gonna feast on that boy.
Him and Blake gonna come out and do Lob City again, bro.
I agree with Jaden on that one though, because in the Heat series, bro, Duncan Robinson was out there sniping them. I'm talking about, y'all see in the game when he was watching, bro. And I think Joe Harris better, if not the same as Duncan Robinson is. So Brook Lopez gonna be out there in hell, bro.
That's Joe Harris shot 48% from the 3 this year, right? Something crazy like that.
Something
insane like that.
Real
Joe Harris
elite.
shot over 50, I believe, or something.
Nah, because
Did he?
50 was Tony Snell. He shot 50, and then second in the league was Joe Harris.
He shot. Oh,
Marcus Morris shot 47. Yeah.
Wow.
I just remember he was higher than Marcus Morris not shooting like a 47% shoot.
2 years younger than that nigga Joe Harris.
yeah, Dr. Robinson is old. He's like 27,
He's
right?
played 3 years in the league, and he's that old.
I think.
Well, he spent 4 years in college.
Yes.
No, he spent 5. He spent 5.
Yeah.
2 years.
4 at William and Mary, and then like 1 at
He played like
Michigan?
and then Michigan.
yeah.
He
But yeah,
spent
the
hella
three
time.
they could get slowed down. Joe Harris could still drop 30, and that would be tough.
That's what's going to end up happening because like if Joe Harris has 19,
gets a hot start.
yeah, like if that boy got 19 points,
it's over.
that's it. And there's really and now that Dante's out,
the Celtics, Joe Harris had like 20 points in the first quarter, and then they just went off of that.
But
and Dante's out too, so.
But
Dante was a big
if they do manage to force it out of those star players' hands, right? I would be okay with getting cooked by Joe Harris and Blake Griffin. Like I'll live with that. Because
but we're saying all these matchups, but what they're gonna do is probably just try to attack Brian Forbes on screens. We probably won't even see them actually guard them.
I mean,
they attacking the weak players.
we're gonna see after game 1 how the Bucks decide to guard this. But if Harden and all them not hitting or something like that, and you gotta rely on Jeff Green and Blake Griffin and
Giannis gotta have a massive play. Giannis gotta have an incredible game.
expect greatness from him. And if it's not there, they losing. Simple.
Yeah, he needs his playoff moment. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Guess we could talk about Philly.
Next series. I was gonna say the Clippers.
Born ass series. I'm gonna talk about the Clippers.
I think the Clippers.
Wait, what series you say? Oh, you talking about
You said
the
Philly
Hawks
and
one?
Washington, bro. Or
Philly. Yeah, let's talk about
Between Atlanta real quick.
yeah.
Between Atlanta, just finish up the East.
I was gonna say, I think just probably the way that I think everybody feels is if it's no Embiid, the Hawks are gonna win, and if Embiid is there, the Hawks losing 5.
And no Embiid, I still think
for the Sixers.
Yeah, no Embiid. I still got.
I don't think they got the
Simmons
goods,
is good.
man. I don't think they got the goods.
I think
Listen,
they can do it. They can.
If Ben Simmons plays like he's supposed to without Embiid, they win the series, right? But we know what Ben Simmons does when he's supposed to be the number 1 option. He lets Tobias Harris take more shots than him. He lets
The only thing I'm worried about is
he lets all these other niggas take more shots than him. You like without Embiid, you're supposed to be the best guy on his team, and you. But
I'm not even worried about offensively Ben Simmons. I'm worried about Trey and them stupid ass twerk fouls, bro. Because this is not New York wasn't giving them shits.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody said when Trey Young needs a foul,
Really might just give them shits, bro. That nigga might just twerk on Ben Simmons for 5 fouls.
Hopefully they ref it like how they're repping the Clippers now, and they don't call every single one of them.
Physical.
Where if your feet are on the ground, they don't call it. Hopefully, they're not calling those. Like, hopefully they call it like a playoff game, and if they do that, then it'll be hard for the Hawks to win. I don't think with or without Embiid, I don't see how the Hawks win this.
That's what I was saying. It's just like they don't got no.
Because
I say without Embiid, they probably push it more games, but
yeah,
still got the Sixers either way.
Because I was gonna say with Embiid, I think they might not even win a game. But without him, I think they win. I think they can win this with him, but without him. I think they got it.
They called some. Speaking of Marcus Morris, though, they called some like a terrible call on him last night.
Because without him, they're going to be relying on Dwight Howard and who's their backup center?
Just Dwight.
Yeah, just Dwight.
Just big man, just Dwight.
It's just Dwight. I assume that means that we're going to see. I don't think he's there no more. Is he? I think that what that means, we're going to see a lot of Ben Simmons center minutes, which is great.
Yeah. That's something
that I've always wanted to see.
How they're gonna get the Capella's pick and rolls without the.
I mean, they could switch everything.
Yeah, because I was gonna say because you have Ben Simmons play guard on offense, but really on defense he's picking up either Trey or Capella, so he can switch on the pick and rolls.
And he can help.
When he gets off Capella, there's a smaller guy on him.
You just rotate.
He could help.
If they
and those rotations make up three. It's just Capella's gonna be a nightmare.
That's true. It's gonna be fun. That's what I'm saying.
Ben is locked in,
I'll best without Embiid.
Yeah,
it's at its best without Embiid.
And they're probably not gonna play Embiid because I know it's just an MCL tier, and that's not that crazy, but because you could come back from that really quickly. But I think yes, MCL. Wait, meniscus? Yeah.
That's MCL.
Yeah. So it's not that crazy or serious, but like you're gonna have to, like, you would rather him rest more games now than having to play and then rest again, because you want those best games to be against in that conference finals. If y'all want to win something, you need to get through this without him. So
it's going. I think it'll be really.
Next or the Bucks.
I was gonna say, I think it'll be really interesting what they decide to do is if they go back to Philly for Game 5 and the series is tied 2-2, and he hasn't played yet.
I think at that point you got to throw him in.
I mean, because Game 5 would be like 2 weeks into the series now, because everything's slowing down, right?
Hold on, let me see. I can look at the schedule real quick.
He made that.
Because if Game 5 is a while,
that's what I'm saying. They'll have a lot of space. It'll be a lot of space. That was Game 5 will be June 16th.
Yeah, because it's already been a week into his
Game 5
rehab or whatever.
Next 2 Wednesdays from now.
Yeah. So that's more than enough time for him to at least be able to play a game. But hopefully they rest on the side of caution. They not just throwing him back out there like the Lakers did AD.
Yeah, especially because
because you mess because MCL turned into ACL quick. Like you gonna mess up a lot of his damn ligaments.
That entire muscular chain, you just
that might not come back.
And Embiid already got those problems.
His PCL gonna fall off.
I know it's a little bit different, but look at what happened to DeMarcus Cousins. He tore his Achilles and he tore his ACL right after.
Yeah.
Same thing with Clay, right? He tore his ACL in the playoffs and then tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
It's so important to take care of these dudes' legs. That's why I'm glad, we saw with the Nets. When KD wasn't 100%, he just didn't play basketball.
Not playing him, bro.
And they were good enough to where they could get away with that too.
So hopefully they let him recover, do his thing. He gonna be out there in a knee brace, and hopefully he don't get his legs dove at by trash garbage men off the Hawks bench if he has to play.
Nah, Solomon Hill got that.
Man.
Oh, yeah, that's Solomon.
Oh, yeah, that tweet.
Him and Kevin Herter just be going to come after niggas, bro.
Hopefully we don't have to watch that. That's disgusting.
I will personally fly out to Philadelphia to fight Kevin Herter.
Yeah. Have we talked about Denver and all that craziness?
That series so forgettable to me.
Really?
But that was my favorite to watch. That was my favorite to watch.
I said it was a boring ass series. That shit got entertaining real fast.
I didn't look at it until James had that.
Dame was getting 35 a game.
See, that's why you missed out, because it was good. It was good from start to finish.
Yeah. It actually was.
No, I think it was because it was the latest game every time.
It was. They're doing such a bad job with this schedule.
It'll be kind of drained.
They're doing such a bad job with this schedule. They got I feel like it's been 4 maybe nationally televised games this whole time, and then
They'll be on NBA TV.
Yeah, every game is overlapping with each other, and it's just they just managed them just terribly.
Yeah, it was why the hell are the Lakers and the Clippers on at the same time?
Exactly. They said 30 minutes after the Lakers game, the Clippers game plays.
This is stupid.
Those games where they switch the arenas and they got to travel, they should have 2 days off instead of 1.
Bro, the Clippers. This is the fastest time from the end of the game to start of the game. They're gonna have a barely 18 hours.
One full day.
This shit.
Damn.
And then they're playing at 12 o'clock.
Nobody gets in the way of Adam Silver's money.
Yeah, for a lot of these series, the games 3 and 4 and 1s and 2s, you would get 2 days off, which makes no sense because you don't got to travel. But then the games 5, 6, 7, they only get 1 day off. It's
Oh.
not bad.
Yeah, that is backwards.
They have, because they have like basically like, they gotta wake up at like 9 basically, and then they gotta warm up for their game, then be ready at 12 o'clock to play basketball.
They on the AAU schedule.
That is like they managing this shit so bad. So
it's on that AAU schedule.
Yeah,
they got them niggas go and get a sandwich and come back.
That shit's terrible. But yeah, I enjoyed watching that Denver series. That last game especially.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. came out, had 22 in the first, and they're still down. I expected the Trailblazer to fold after you getting sniped up by Michael Porter Jr.
They held into it.
Porter Jr. I said this yesterday, like he'll get 22 in the first quarter and in the game with 26.
Bro, MPJ, he give me Porzingis vibes. Like he just No. You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. Like I'm watching him play. No. Listen to me. Listen. Damn, listen. So I'm watching him play.
I don't even know if I want to hear this.
I'm watching him play. He shot 7 threes, and that was like his whole offense. All he does is come off. Like I'm not saying all he does, but like all he wants to do is just come off screens and shoot. And like he don't attack the paint. Like he got all this talent and skill, and he can't get downhill and attack the paint. And so like yeah, he could score his 20 really quickly, but like I just don't see how that's sustainable. And he like it's just he fall in love with shooting.
Well, like it's only his second season or third season playing.
That's his second real season,
and he's pretty darn close to an elite shooter. So it's good that he does those
things. But he gotta. But
he's really good.
But for the Nuggets,
they're good for him.
The Nuggets to win, I don't believe in Jamal Murray. But for the Nuggets to win, he gotta be the second option. To win a championship, I feel like MPJ gotta be the second option.
Out there. They had that.
I was about to say, I don't think anybody really disagrees with that. That he's the. Like in 3 years that he's gonna be this, or 2 years from now he's gonna be the second.
Wait, what do you mean you don't believe in Jamal Murray though?
I don't believe in Jamal Murray as a second option. Like,
which I agree.
So
I can agree with that
because he's
not. I feel like Murray.
I promise you, he is not that cold. Like he is not that crazy.
Never mind. You're right.
He is not.
Now the thing is like it kind of sucks too because this was supposed to be his year to like prove that like.
Yeah,
I'm really that guy. Like Donovan, right? He didn't have to prove that after the bubble because we had already seen him in the playoffs beforehand.
Yeah.
But he just went out and did it again. He was like, I'm still that guy.
Yeah.
But he tore his ACL, and now we got to wait till next year to see him.
Yeah, because before the bubble, Jamal Murray was very inconsistent in the playoffs. He would have one good game for like Kyrie numbers, and that's how he is.
And it was so cool to see him in the bubble because it's like he finally tapped in.
Yeah. Hopefully. But yeah, for them to win though, they need MPJ to. He got to be more. I don't know. He's already aggressive, but he got to be more downhill. His game got to be
take that next step next year.
Hopefully,
yeah, you got to come more, especially with Jokic. That would make sense.
Hopefully,
but if the Portland Trailblazers had just a little bit of defense, bro, they could have won.
Yeah, like it's so funny. It's so funny because the best defense that the Blazers had on Jokic was Carmelo Anthony just fouling him. Like Melo would literally just go out to the perimeter and just put his arm in that nigga's back every single play, and it's hilarious too because there's nothing he can do about it.
It was crazy because Derrick Jones Jr. finally got minutes and they put him on Jokic. Like,
damn man, Terry Stotts is I don't know. Terry Stotts give me Billy Donovan vibes.
Yeah, and then like
he don't know what the hell he doing.
And you got Terry Stotts. He's got a good offensive coach. Like fuck it, just probably with D'Antoni or something.
He's out.
Nah, I don't know. Cause I know. What'd you say?
Him and who else got fired? It was Terry Stotts and somebody else.
Yeah,
that's
Steve Clifford, right?
Oh, Steve Clifford got fired?
The Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was going to say...
They, you know what they be saying? They mutually parted ways.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they say that, bro. He got fired.
Dang. The Blazers really finna hire Jeff Van Gundy. That's what I'm hearing. My sources.
Hell no.
No.
Jeff Van Gundy.
He might not, like, he genuinely might be the worst coaching option possible.
Man, Jeff Van Gundy, like...
That not.
Man, I don't know. We go.
keep him and his brother as far away from basketball.
Man, I need them to stop commenting. I need Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy to stop commentating too. That shit is terrible. Yeah.
That nigga Van Gundy just
I didn't know that. Yo, that makes so much more sense now because they both suck at what they do.
They're terrible.
Stan Van Gundy and Jeff Van Gundy.
We didn't know that?
That boy wasted a whole year of Zion.
And it's crazy to think Jeff Van Gundy was actually a good coach at one point. But
when he was with the Magic, he was all right.
I was about to say time just pass both of them up.
Yeah, but Jeff Van Gundy on the Knicks.
Get some water.
He was a good coach.
They was on that Phil Jackson, bro. Still trying to run the triangle.
Where do y'all want to see Dame?
2018.
Would I want to see him? He gonna be right back. He gonna be right back in Portland.
Not what's gonna happen. What you want to see? What do you? He's gonna be back.
If somehow we could see him in Boston,
Kid and some offensive players again.
If somehow I could see him in Boston with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I'd love that.
They try that shit again.
It's not. Hey, this time it's a better point guard and less injuries.
You would hope.
Okay.
What about Denver?
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know.
Who would they give up though, Murray?
I guess.
They have hella pieces to give up. It's just the fact that like
they got the pieces, but I don't know if that's gonna be the thing where it's like, yeah, we winning the championship now. You know what I mean?
It might be though.
I think I already had them going to the finals if Murray wasn't hurt. So and Murray not better than Dame, obviously.
Did we miss any playoff series?
Clippers. We haven't talked about that.
The Clippers,
I guess
the Wizards games.
Yeah, we not talking about the damn this game.
About them games.
We're gonna go over the Mavs game because that's probably been the best series all year.
Talk about the Nuggets and Suns real quick.
All right. Yeah, we could talk about that.
We'll talk about the Clippers, Mavs, and then we can talk about the new series.
All right, bet.
All right. I guess I'll lead off on the Clippers. I guess. Just watching, bro. When I was watching the first two games, and I was seeing Tim Hardaway, Dorian Finney-Smith light up my team when they was shooting 60% from three for the first two games, I was like, what the hell? And then I seen Marcus Morris. He got the audacity to be a generational shooter in the regular season, just to come out and shoot 10% from three. That shit was so embarrassing. And then he still hasn't shot well. He had that one game when he hit big shots, but he still hasn't shot well. And so now I'm watching these games, and I'm like, when like I was like, okay, the Clippers gotta shoot well next game, cause there's no way they keep shooting like this. But then I'm watching them, I'm like, they might mess around and shoot 10 for 40 again. They might do it. And they're getting bailed out right now by PG and Kawhi, which should happen when you have stars. But like, I hope at some point the role players step up. We had 4 bench points yesterday. 4.
Yeah, but them boys just be out there getting cardio.
Hey, we talked about that yesterday.
But
yeah,
that shit was funny.
4 bench points.
Niggas had to combine 4. But PG,
who had him?
Kawhi, and
it was
who had him?
It was like
90 points, and it's 10 points.
It was Kennard and Zubac. Zubac is so trash. Get him off my team. I'm sorry, Zubac is trash.
Wait, why you hating on Zubac?
He's garbage.
He might be garbage, bro. He put up 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 points, and 6 rebounds.
Bro, I've been saying this.
I was about to say, it's not even his fault. He just is getting played off the court.
He's just not the piece we needed. I told him, I was saying this whole offseason, I said we need to go after Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee if the Lakers let them go. Right? And then the Lakers let him go. We got rid of Trez. I needed that. We ended up getting rid of Lou Will. I needed them to get rid of Pat Bev and Zubac. I've been saying this. But we didn't go after those bigs who could block shots and actually affect the game. Because we have Serge, but he's hurt. He's hurt.
He out there posting voodoo videos on Twitter.
And, bro, if Serge Zubac is so like he's like it's sad to me.
What does he do wrong? Him being switched on Luka don't got nothing to do with him.
Bro, he's just slow.
He's just been being played off the court. It's not his fault.
Just unlucky.
He's not
a center. He is
not the piece we needed though. Like, and we had chances to get better pieces.
Dwight Howard's gonna be. What does Dwight Howard do that Zubac can't, other than catch a lob? Even though Zubac can, they just don't.
I said we should go after JaVale McGee.
Not gonna make up for him getting cooked by Luka.
Bro,
like, he's not gonna block.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's not what I needed. I'm talking about paint protection from a paint protection standpoint. Like Zubac doesn't affect any series. If we think about it that way.
He does, bro. Yes, he does. I swear he's solid. You tweaking.
No, he's not.
It's not like with Trez last year where it was like Trez was genuinely bad on both sides of the court where he could not get minutes. Like Zubac
can rebound.
Like Zubac is a good
get an offensive rebound.
He just can't be on the court because Luka will not miss when he's getting.
We needed rim protection this year, and we got Serge Ibaka, but it didn't work out. We needed rim protection though. That's what we need. And Zubac's solid, I guess. But that's like he's not what we need. But anyways, I'm glad they not playing Pat Bev 30 minutes anymore. I'm glad that shit's over. I hope I never have to see Pat Bev in the fourth quarter again.
It's so funny looking at y'all roster because it's like them niggas have all these random ass players.
Right, it's a bunch of frauds on that team. We had Donovan
Mitchell next year.
Bro, we had 10 people, or was it 10? It was like 9 or I think it's like 8 or 10 people who shot over 40% from 3 during the regular season. We had Marcus Morris shooting 47%. And these people can't even hit a damn open 3. Like, they're being left open. Half the time, they're being left open on these shots in this damn series. And they keep breaking. The shit is annoying me. They're garbage. Mook got the audacity to not only shoot poorly, at least he's not doing it anymore, but he was shooting poorly, and then he would pull up contested like Tim Hardaway. Like, this shit is trash. I was upset watching them. They should not be. This shouldn't have been a series, but it happened.
No,
hopefully,
they need to play
hopefully,
that man is hurt.
Hopefully Sunday, PG and Kawhi put this shit away. But I wouldn't be surprised if Luka go up for 40 and we lose this damn series, because Tim Hardaway
kept y'all in it.
And Dorian, he did. He did.
More love.
He been getting love this whole season. I think as long as
he's not like that for real though.
I don't like.
He is.
He rubbed me the wrong way.
Jackson's ugly, bro.
He's definitely
too much.
He does.
He just doesn't make good decisions fashion wise.
Man, you seen what Rondo was wearing to the damn games? Anyways. If you seen what Rondo was wearing to those games, man.
Was wearing in the game, but he's wearing goggles. He got
the mismatched shoes, the mismatched PGs.
Oh no, Rondo was out there wearing pants for shirts. I seen that.
But
yeah,
that shit
was out there wearing backwards fits.
Man,
filthy off the
nigga think he's little techer, bro.
Yeah, but hopefully.
Shout out PG. PG's been elite at everything except for shooting threes, but he's been elite at everything else.
Yeah, he's averaging 25, 10, and 6, I think, for the series on 61 true percentage.
Thing, like yesterday, he struggled shooting the ball, and he was still out there playing very good defense. And
oh my god,
he had
that defense, bro. He played all the whole of the last 3 quarters. He played 46 minutes, and he was still playing defense like that. And
I didn't even really realize that until I looked at the thing, and I was like, "Damn, he really has been on the court all game."
Like
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Kawhi was low key like getting washed on defense or something, but that man was incredible on Luka yesterday.
Yo, it was a blessing to finally see them put it all together. They're slowly. I'm glad the series was like this because like they're actually getting tested, and if they want to win a championship, this is a series they needed. But I don't know if they survive again. That's the thing. Because they're gonna have to start shooting well.
Going to the finals.
You know what? If they really want to win, they gotta get that DeMarcus Cousins minutes out there.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Him and Jay Scrub, bro.
DeMarcus Cousins, Jay Scrub, Terrence Mann, Marcus Morris. Make it happen.
That sound like a garbage time lineup that will still lose the game. I don't.
Marcus Morris shot 10% yesterday.
Every time I see him shoot a damn basketball, I'm like, God damn it.
Hey, the Morris twins gotta go.
Bro.
Markieff was putting up bricks, bro, for the Lakers. That shit was so good.
And he played some defense, man.
Oh, like
defense.
Bro,
back of the rim every time. It was such a loud ass.
How do you shoot 47% and then come out and shoot 10% the whole series? Like I'm so confused.
They gotta get sent to Mexico.
They're not even like they're the widest open shots. Like he got time to line them up and knock them down, and he just breaking.
Markieff would get 10 seconds top of the key by himself and back of the rim brick.
It's so bad. Like I'm watching like I was glad Luke Kennard was playing because I watched him shoot and I was like, dang, these might go in. Like I was watching him break and I was like, damn, these at least look like they're gonna go in. I was watching Marcus Morris shoot all of yesterday. I was like, bro, that don't look like a good shot. Like he wide open. I'm like, bro, you might want to drive to the paint. You might want to give the ball up.
Too, yo. It's like when he shoot, it's like he start on his left and like go to his right, and then like the shot be turned in midair.
He jumping sideways. He leaning out of bounds. Like it's just confusing. His body.
And then you'll go 1 for 7, and that 1 3 he makes at the end of the game, biggest celebration ever.
He talking about some. He pulled out a gun and shot at the Mavs bench. I'm like, bro. This man made 1 3
right now.
He made 1 3 and started shooting at the Mavs bench. I was like, come on. Like,
yeah, we get our predictions in and know who we got. Who we got game 7?
Mavs.
Everybody got Mavs?
I got
Tough,
Clips. I got Clips, man.
Okay, wait. Let's go. Tough, who you got?
of course I got the Clippers.
Luis?
I got Mavs by like 7.
Okay. Jay?
Clips.
Jada?
Clippers. It's hard to bet against them.
After watching,
I got the Clippers by like 5.
After watching Kawhi play basketball yesterday, I was like, we might got something here. If PG come out and play like he did in the fourth quarter, I was like, yeah, this might be the one. But you gotta hope that Reggie Jackson has a phenomenal performance again. You gotta hope that Marcus Morris starts hitting shots.
And that's why I'm saying Mavs, because I don't know if Reggie's gonna do it again where he drops 20 in the first quarter.
I don't think he will, but I think other players, like it's uncharacteristic for Marcus Morris to shoot 10% from the field, or even like Luke. Like their shooters were not making anything.
I'd like what the Mavs are done. That I like them for Game 7, but it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised.
You gotta hope that the Mavs don't go back to shooting 60%. Like Tim Hardaway making them damn step backs over 4 people, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
If they play I think historic offense again, then they're gonna win.
I think that's agreed upon. If they get back on that bullshit they was doing in Game 1 and Game 2, it's over for them.
Like you just gotta hope, because even the Clippers, I think the Clippers had their best games that games. Like they were shooting their best those games, and they still like weren't keeping up. Lost. And it's just so you gotta hope that Kawhi and PG, at least Kawhi and PG play well, and then you gotta hope that the Mavs don't come out, and it's just Luka trying to fend for himself. Basically, that's what you gotta hope. Because if you got Josh Richardson, Jalen Brunson, KP, Dorian Finney-Smith lighting you up, it's not going to be a fun night.
Because if Kristaps has anywhere near an actual good basketball game, the series is over.
I mean,
they made this a 7-game series with him playing not good basketball.
Yeah, and then people saying that the Game 7 Kawhi and PG from last year, that they might show up again. I doubt that.
I don't think so.
Nah. It just looks different. They look so different than last year. Yeah. Like they look like they won it. But you gotta hope the rest of the team show up.
Like really, Kristaps just had 2 good games this year or this series.
Yeah.
Out of 6, and they still pushed it to 7.
So I think
the refs are being consistent both ways with the physical play. So
except for
it's so entertaining down the wire.
Except for, I don't know, that Game 5, I don't know. I don't like those refs from Game 5. But other than that, I think as long as the reffing is the same, they don't call those little push fouls on Luka. They let us actually guard him. And all that, like I think the Clippers pull this out barely. But I'm excited for tomorrow. That's gonna be fun.
I am. Isn't the game on early tomorrow?
Yeah, it's gonna be 3:30 my time, but 12:30 y'all.
12:30 Pacific.
Oh, for us, okay.
Yeah, that's also a thing I'm concerned about because they're gonna get back to. They're back in California right now, but like they got like the traveling and all that. Like is that not a concern? Like.
Hey, but the Mavs got it too, so it's
that's true.
I was gonna say, I would say, if
the Clippers are more used to their time than.
And I was gonna say, if anything, the Clippers have the benefit because they get to sleep in their own beds. The Mavericks are at hotels right now.
True, but
that's the biggest benefit. Like players even said it. Like the biggest benefit is like being able to sleep in your own bed before the game, having to be on the road. But that seems to not matter because no home team has won a game this series.
Hopefully that changes.
Mavericks winning this game. Which will point to the Mavericks winning today.
Hopefully that shit changes tomorrow. Hopefully.
I believe this is the first series
drop off candy at my
for this to happen.
Yeah, it is.
So if the Mavericks win this game right here,
but yeah,
for real NBA history right here.
Shout out Luka.
Yeah.
Shout out Luka. That man was
right. Luka done proved me wrong. Like he still can't play no damn defense, but I definitely believe he's more than a top 10 player now. I don't.
Oh boy, he can't play defense. It's just Kawhi. Like he could play some defense.
Nah, he can't. He can't play defense on. Like he can't play. Like they're hunting for Luka. Like they're okay with.
He can make it look like he can play defense for a little bit.
Yeah.
He puts effort. That's the thing. But like, yeah, just.
And all, yeah, I guess since he's tired or whatever.
His issue is his stamina. Like that's one thing I'll give to Jokic. Even though Jokic, like before the bubble, right? It was like Jokic has all the stuff to put it. Like before this season, it was like Jokic has all the stuff to put it together. But can he stay on the court in the regular season for that long? Because obviously we've seen him do it against the Blazers, right? Where he played that game, he almost played for a whole hour.
Yeah.
But it was like, can he do that and then can he score? And he fixed all the problems. He pretty much fixed all the problems with his game.
Yeah.
And not only does Luka have a stamina
Luka,
problem, he also has the neck injury.
Right.
Man, that neck injury fake as hell. No, if he could have a neck injury and shoot what he did in Game 5 and have 40, I don't believe in that shit.
That's what's making me wonder because he got the neck injury in Game 3.
Yeah.
3 is. I wonder how much of that is like because it looked like because the tape on his they got his neck and his shoulder taped up. I wonder about how much of that is affecting his free throw. Because he's not a great free throw shooter, but this is like historically bad. Like he's shooting 40%. He's shooting higher 3-point and field goal percentage than free throw percentage. This is like unheard of.
50, 40, 40, man. He's something else though. I think like he gotta like his usage is crazy too. Like I don't think there's a possession when he's on the floor that he doesn't touch the ball and have it for like 13 seconds.
And that against the yeah, and it sucks too because it shouldn't be this way because the roster really, if everyone was as good as they were supposed to be, if Kristaps was the all-star player that they had initially traded for, and if Josh Richardson was the off-ball like the scorer that they thought he was going to be, like he was 2 years ago in Miami, this wouldn't be and if Jalen Brunson got more minutes, this wouldn't be as big of an issue. But because really no one on this team can score consistently. And like their second best player consistently flip flops. You know what I mean?
I think, and I was watching this series and I'm like, I don't know if like Luka and the Mavs could ever like have that championship roster or whatever or team because Luka that and then also like I don't know like who they would get to fit alongside Luka. Is another.
I think they'll figure it out. They got a lot of time.
That's true. But
and the Mavs have always been putting talent, so I trust them then.
And I was gonna say,
Mark Cuban copped his bag. Mark Cuban copped his bag one time.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, for reference, I mean, look what he did with Dirk, where it was like, what, Dirk got drafted in '94,
and they were consistently 61 teams.
And it was like, think about it, like I think it was 90. It was in 92, 94. It was one of those years in the 90s. It was like they had those years with Steve Nash. They didn't really win, and then you give a couple years, it's a couple down years, and in 2006 they're in the finals, and then 5 years after 2006,
Dirk was in '98.
98, okay. So it's like you had those like from like 99 to like 2000, early 2000s, where it was like him and Nash, and then the 2006 season, and then 2008.
The MVP year, that was
I don't remember which year it was. 2007, maybe.
2007, yeah,
2007, yeah, lost in the first round, but that was still a really good team. They won 65 games, I think, that year, and then in 2011 they won championship.
Yeah, consistently, really good teams.
True.
I don't think surrounding him with talent will ever be the issue. My thing would be is as long as they can convince him to stay, like they were able to with Dirk, by surrounding him with talent, they'll be fine.
True. Yeah, and he also hasn't came out and said he wanted to win one of those Dirk type rings or the Tim Duncan, Kobe type rings. He never said he wanted to do one of those. So you never know what's gonna happen with Luka.
Shit. Yeah, I feel like any player can leave nowadays, except for Dame.
Except for Dame.
Man, that nigga gotta get out of there, bro.
That boy trapped in the shadow realm, bro.
He in the genjutsu. They got him thinking he gonna win something, but nope. That shit's sad. Watching him waste away his career.
Crazy, though. They really have had him like that.
Yeah.
They had him in the chokehold, bro.
He like, nah, we got it this year. This is the one. His team, it's the same team. You just flop out a few players. Like, yeah, this the one. We done retooled. He like,
you would see they gonna get something.
This a championship roster. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Power starting at small forward, bro.
Like,
This is a new roster.
Hey, come on, man. You can't be serious. He's still he's still waiting on Anthony Simons to turn into a god and shit. Like, come on.
Like, only guy who gotta come back is Rocco. That's it. Rocco's the only one that can come back. Everyone else gotta go.
Anthony Simons gonna be nice though, I think.
No, to me, I feel like everybody on this roster other than Dame is up for grabs.
Yeah, they finna trade everybody. Shit, they might trade Dame too.
I hope you trade Dame.
Because to be honest, this is probably the most talented the team has been since like LaMarcus Aldridge and them were there. So
man, and that's so sad.
Get your rebuild ready.
They've like this team's supposed to be hella talented, but like I don't really see it. I'm gonna be honest.
I
don't really see it.
Them and the Jazz have been really good regular season teams forever, but the Jazz have been making the finals and they have a shot this year. But the Blazers have like no hope every year.
It's just,
hey man, they just out there getting cardio.
That shit tragic.
That's just as bad as that year that they because they don't have.
They made the conference finals, bro,
and then lost to the Warriors without KD.
Nah, bro, Myers Leonard was looking like the greatest center of all time. They were still losing.
And then they got the year they got swept by
the Pelicans.
Golden State.
Drew Holiday dropping 40 in an elimination game while holding Dame and CJ to 15. That shit was beyond tragic.
That team was so fun. They were the third seed. That team was so fun.
That Pelicans team, if they had a healthy DeMarcus Cousins,
shit.
Imagine. Wasn't DeMarcus Cousins gonna win MVP that year? If he was healthy?
Not MVP, bro.
He was in the running or something. I don't remember.
That team was crazy though. I missed that team.
If that team was healthy,
they had
Etwan Moore looking like a genius.
Like going crazy.
That's a hard thing to do.
Oh my God.
So I was like, yeah, this team went into finals. DeMarcus Cousins, Achilles tear or whatever the hell happened.
Yeah, that Achilles just like rolled off his body. It was off a free throw too. I remember seeing that shit. That I was like, damn.
Now he clapping it up with Pat Bev on the bench. That's so crazy to me.
And life comes at you fast, man. One day you're the best center in the league. Next day you're sitting on the bench with Patrick Beverly.
Damn.
He's been on like 4 teams in like 3 years, bro.
Not Pat Bev, though. Pat Bev is a garbage can.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why he should still be in China.
In Sacramento, he was really like the best center in the league, bro.
It was.
Like, what was he, 25 and 12? 28?
25,
somewhere
10.
in the range, bro.
That boy, that 25, 10, and 5 year, man.
He was elite. But I think the last series is the second round. And then we didn't go over the Nuggets and the Suns, did we?
Yeah, let's do that real quick, yeah. Nuggets Suns.
Last second round. I think I already said it, but I got the Suns winning this one because I don't know how the fuck they gonna pull anything out without Murray. And I don't think like Tuff said, I don't think MPJ is gonna be like he obviously he gonna get his 25 again or 25 quarters or whatever, but I don't know how much he gonna really help Jokic.
We were talking about this yesterday. I don't know if he's gonna be able to. I don't know if I think he's definitely gonna be facing a lot better defenders because think about the guys that
like Bridges,
Suns personnel, He's gonna go from Bridges to Crowder. I assume that on switches, he's probably gonna get a little bit of Chris Paul too. Like he's going to have defenders on him all game.
True.
Which I think is what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna be like Jokic is gonna feast, obviously, but it's gonna be like. They're just not going to be able to put up enough points.
I don't know if Jokic is feasting. I don't know if Jokic is feasting as crazy as he did during that last series.
Not gonna feast as crazy.
I think Ayton is a way better defender than Nurkic.
That's not saying much. I don't know if that's saying much.
But I think it's a better matchup than Nurkic. I don't know. Ayton is also
was in foul trouble all the time.
Yeah, Ayton is young though, so he's gonna get a lot of those dumb fouls.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if Ayton gets fouled out one of these games. He's not gonna be in as bad as foul trouble as Nurkic because he's a better defender.
Yeah, and they're gonna have Dario Saric minutes and Frank Kaminsky guarding. Yeah, I don't know. This series could go bad.
One of these games, bro.
It could go bad.
It could for sure go distance.
The thing, the one thing that I think is
like a shootout, like they did with Portland, bro.
What I think is going to get the Suns, what's going to inevitably get the Suns the edge is those games, those them crazy games that you got that like from Capazzo or like Austin Rivers. I don't think that those are happening with this type of defense. Yeah. The Blazers are probably the worst defensive team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
the Nuggets.
Just by eye test, they're the worst defense.
The Nuggets are a close second.
Yo, they had Campazzo looking like a point guard. Yo, I'm like,
But they had Austin Rivers doing step back, shimmying on them. They had Monte Morris dropping 30.
Just having high school flashbacks, bro. They're not that team.
That nigga was hearing that mixtape music, bro.
With all the drums?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That one beat.
He had his game breaker.
They
not for real. The Nuggets, everybody on that squad other than Jokic and Porter Jr. sometimes is not for real. And Monte Morris cool too, but
bro,
they just this series is so much. This series would be so much more fun and entertaining if Jamal Murray was here because this goes 7 years.
Yeah. And then, but CP3, I don't know what's going on with him. He got the same shit as Luka. I'm like, okay, he hurt, but then he plays well, and I'm like, oh, he hurt again, but he's not hurt, and so I'm just hopefully he's not hurt, because if he is hurt, I don't know how much that affects him.
It does. Fully healthy to win this series.
Yeah, I don't know if they're making it by with Cameron Payne minutes. They might though.
You can get away with that with the Lakers, but I don't know.
That Lakers team was garbage.
Relax.
That Lakers team had you out there. That shit was tragic.
They had me doing better than Marquise Morris on this year. I'm doing better than Kuz. I'm doing better than Kuz.
Yeah, they had JG Heat. And defense.
I might get traded.
But I'm yelling at Bron.
You know
come back on.
I completely forgot about that. We didn't even talk about that Heat Bucks.
We didn't talk about the Heat.
Nasty.
Oh yeah, I forgot that shit happened.
The nasty.
I don't know why people I was trying to tell people, Drew Holiday and that Bucks team gonna show them.
I really just want to talk about how Jimmy Butler really just had the worst playoff series from a star player.
Guppy.
That
he just
shit
completely got off the hook.
And then they try to somehow loop Paul George into that shit. I don't like
that boy Jimmy Butler tricked the league, but now he asking for like $180 million extension.
That shit is crazy.
Hell no. Like, did you see that?
Tied back in. I think Pete was tied back in because it's like the whole conversation is like who's better, Paul, PG, or Jimmy, and like they trying to make it seem.
Man, they had
Jimmy Butler was better than
PG
Paul
would have
George.
a bad series, so they could try to say, oh well, Paul George played garbage too. Like no,
these people are obsessed, man.
Paul George would have to tear his leg and play on a broken leg for him to play that bad.
These people are really obsessed.
They be calling him a pandemic P. He's Paul George has never played this bad.
For most of the people, it's been flip-flopping like the last 3 years. It was MVP G, and then Jimmy had it last year for sure, so the finals run. And now this year is for sure PG by far.
Funny because
it's just flip-flopping every year.
And Jimmy's first game against the Bucks, right? He had 17 points. He shot 4 for 22. And then I think it was the NBA. It was either NBA or Stat News had put out a stat where it was like 17 of Jimmy's 22 shots were uncontested, and he shot 3 for 17.
Yeah, I saw that during the series. Like the first game, Jimmy was getting any shot he wanted. He just couldn't hit.
Yeah, he was just missing it. He's not.
Bam
was the crazier one because it was like, what happened? I swear to you, that boy Jose got the Monstars powers with them jersey shirts. And put that Bam one on. He started playing like garbage.
They put that Lakers one on, bro. The Lakers.
But like, I think it's
Lakers blew it 2-1.
At least with Jimmy, it was Drew Holiday or Giannis guarding him. With Bam, he should have done a lot more than what he
Who's
did.
guarding him, bro? Like what?
Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez.
Throughout the season, everyone was talking about his midi, and Brook Lopez is going to be in drop coverage. So take those damn mid ranges, and he was horrible.
They need to go back to playing him like a point guard.
That boy said, take them minis, and then fucked around and shot 20% on them.
That shit is sad. I still think Bam gonna be great, but that shit's sad.
Yeah, his last 1.5 games of that series were good, just statistically. But it's so crazy to think that he really got outplayed by Brook Lopez for for most of that series.
That is sad, man. He had Brook Lopez looking like he in his prime. That was Nets Lopez.
Vintage Brook Lopez.
Nets legend.
Brook Lopez.
That was not the Lakers Brook Lopez. That was the GOAT
Lakers
right
Brook
there.
Lopez was horrible.
Lakers Brook Lopez should have came back for another year.
Nah.
Could have really used him.
Nah.
He better than Marc Gasol.
18.
Brook Lopez got all his defensive improvement in Milwaukee. I don't think he gets it in LA.
True.
He started shooting though. But
it's not as good as it would be needed. It's whatever though.
What's our predictions on the Suns though?
The Bucks and Nets Brook Lopez.
Oh, predictions on the Suns.
The Suns is 6.
Me too.
Yeah, Suns is 6. Yeah.
Everybody going Suns?
Yeah.
And I am too. I got Suns at 5.
Y'all, do y'all be watching Y'all be watching the you know how KD had the podcast episode that dropped yesterday or whatever? Did y'all watch that?
Right before the game?
Yeah. I was like,
I haven't saved.
I need more of these. But they ain't talking. I ain't hear.
I do like it's like insight, bro. It's like you really be trying, cause they really just regular niggas, bro. They just be talking.
Nah, that should be hilarious. I seen somebody said KD really one of those ball his life people. He just he just hoop it and talk about hoops all day. I'm like, yeah.
That is what he do though.
I know exactly what tweet you talking about, bro. That's exactly which one you talking about. That shit is hilarious.
That shit is
hilarious. He be wearing a little beanie like one of them coaches too.
Yeah.
No lineup, no nothing, bro.
Just be
about to go ball. He really feel like he just be a coach somewhere.
He just be playing basketball. He gonna be yelling at kids.
He play basketball and just go home.
No family, just straight hoops.
Exactly. I never seen him with no woman or nothing.
He had a girl in WNBA at one point.
He just hoop.
Man, look, bro. I said this, or I ain't never said it, but I always said Ja Morant Well, John Morant is out of the picture now. John Morant or KD got to get with Taylor Rooks, bro. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it, bro. And I think KD is perfect, but John Morant is already out of the picture because I think he got a kid and a girl now. At this point, KD ain't got nobody, bro. I say KD should hit on Taylor.
You are insane, bro.
Come on, y'all.
You are insane,
bro. What?
y'all are tweaking. Yeah, what do y'all not see? How y'all not see it?
I don't know. I think Kawhi secretly doesn't have a family, so I think he probably the most. Nah, he got rich.
Wow, he said he doesn't have a family.
Nah, cause like, bruh, have you ever seen Kawhi with his family? Even during the championship parade, I don't think I've seen his kids or nothing.
Yeah, kids.
He got a wife though. He got a wife and kids.
But did y'all see him with him?
I'm pretty sure he has a family. Like it's been talked about.
But have y'all seen him with him?
I haven't.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Like he don't really got like I don't believe it.
And then got that NBA job, bro.
You saying he don't got that type of love?
He also one of them KD type people. He just hoop, and then he go home.
Come home.
That nigga is a Terminator, but he just go right back into the pod.
I'm like actually confused. Like, what is Kawhi? What do y'all think Kawhi does in his free time?
But KD be watching basketball. Kawhi don't. Kawhi just go home, watch some tape, and then he's done. He just do whatever.
He watching the news.
I doubt he would watch the other games. Like he ain't not watching the Suns and the Nuggets play.
I promise you he don't.
He's watching some show or something. He's just chilling.
Now, it was something that said when Kawhi go to sleep, it's like the windows like shut down thing, bro. I know what I'm talking about. That drink, I was like, yo, that's so crazy.
Yo.
Somebody said when Kawhi saw they was down, he got the iOS update. I'm like, bruh.
iOS.
I'm like, he really was playing like a robot in Game 6.
He updating.
That boy was not missing.
Bro, he did that between the leg. He did double between the legs, step back, and
handles.
From like it wasn't half court, but it was close. He was doing everything. He was showing it off.
Was out there playing like they had his family held hostage.
So I'm gonna just assume every time Kawhi is about to win something, he gotta make it the most dramatic thing possible, right? Cause he did the same shit in 2019. He made that shit super dramatic.
The
Kawhi buzzer beater tomorrow.
We might.
Hey, last time in this series, he took a go ahead shot. What happened?
Airball.
Oh, that shit was tragic.
And you know that shit pissed me off too because it was like people waited for that to happen.
It was
started talking about Paul George. It's like, what does Paul George have to do with his team?
I promise you, bro. He was the only reason that was in that game. Like he was hitting all them shots just to.
That Terrence Mann play where it was a good pass and everyone was saying why did PG pass the ball?
It's like they're acting like that's not a wide open dunk if Terrence Mann isn't nervous. Like
I was about to say that's the same shit
LeBron be doing all the time. Yeah,
it's like Paul George made the right play. What do you want him to do? Because they would have been on his ass even more. Is to be if he tried to go Michael Jordan mode and then miss a contested fadeaway.
Take over.
Nah, but I agree with that one. Exactly. It's like I understand Paul, like with the LeBron one. I always use Danny Gray for an example. Like LeBron in that play where it was given triple team and had no choice but to pass that on Danny Gray.
Right.
Paul George he wasn't like on the island, but like it was pretty much a fast break. Like you gotta break it.
Like he got a wide open paint. Like you give it to him.
Nah, I wouldn't. Look, bro. If I'm Paul George, I'm not giving the rock to.
Oh no, I'm not. But Terrence Mann got a wide open paint. All he got to do is dunk the damn ball. Like
sophomore or whatever, bro.
There was really nothing in his way. Like Luka not contesting your dunk. Come on now. So all he had to do was dunk the ball. But yeah, PG gotta shoot that though. I also agree.
Do that. Y'all know that clip where he did that little street ball joint on Kelly Oubre, bro.
Yeah.
Where he like skipped his legs. He gotta pull that and pull up in that dude's face and just jaw him like that, just like that, bro. Game on.
True.
My Paul George, bro. I'm pulling up his jaw. Whoever that dude was guarding him, I don't even know.
I don't know. Hopefully, some of Kawhi like confident, like just his energy, like Kawhi, like post game. I was watching his post game press conference, or whatever. He said something. He was like, Man, like, are you searching for Luka in like in those late game situations? Like, he's like, I really don't care who's on me. He'd say, I'll go after anybody. I'm like, what?
Lying ass.
But like, it was just his confidence.
We just saw you hunt for that nigga, bro.
But it was just his confidence though. Like, I was like, hopefully some of this shit rub off on PG, cause if Paul George come out and he starts shooting like he's supposed to, cause he hasn't this whole series. Cause Paul George is a top 7 shooter of all time, and I'll die on that hill. And he hasn't shot like that this whole series. So hopefully that shit rub off on him and he starts shooting like it.
Who's that top 7?
Top 7? No clue.
I'd have to think about that.
Just
like we're just talking about just shooting.
Like 3-point shooting.
Hey, come back to the podcast to find out the top 7 best shooters of all time.
True.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. Like, I really can't think of like 10 players that's better 3-point shooters than like that. Like that do it,
shoot
like
and off the dribble. He's
exactly
ways.
that take the type of shots that he does and makes them at the clip that he does when he's on.
So,
wait, it's a difference though. Are we talking about top 10 like shooters, as in like putting the ball in the basket, or top 10 jump shots?
Jump shots.
Oh yeah, because if we're talking about jump shots, then Paul George is number 1. You got the best looking jump shot.
That's one of the things that like I like about Paul George. Like, he really he's just so like he's one of the cleanest players, and like, even though he's like right now like a top 13 player, it's like I really do think he would be even better if he didn't break, like if his leg didn't snap in half.
Yeah.
I need the afro back.
Bro, that year after he came, when
he's tight braids is doing good.
Yeah,
that's true.
I need him to get the waves back though. That shit looks so clean.
No, go to the
waves. The waves with the beard, he looks super clean.
Of his career in the fro though.
That's true. I don't know. I think he gotta cut it all off, get the waves, and then just grow it all up. I think that's you can't just
you gotta stop shaving his beard. That shit, it don't look right.
But the beard.
One of his names, he's finna be the first NBA player to come out with the do-rag headband combo.
That shit would be disgusting. Man, hell no. He gonna have his cape flapping when he's shooting.
He finna tuck it into his headband.
That shit is disgusting.
Why is Legend of Winning on my YouTube recommendation?
Man, I'm tired of that, man.
Man, love me out there just
this
talking.
Man said,
that nigga got hacked. That shit was
the Miami Heat needs to trade Jimmy Butler or Tyler Hero. Jimmy's not gonna get traded. That's your superstar. And who's trading for Hero now that he has
nobody wants him.
Like, you gotta play him and hope he.
I don't like. I used to really respect Legend of Winning's takes, but then I started watching basketball, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what the hell this man is talking about. Like. Like, I'd be really confused, like what the hell he be talking about, and then he's a hypocrite, and then he always go back on his word.
Hold up. 4 NBA stars who their legacy is on the line. He put Ben Simmons in the thumbnail. There's no way.
He's he's in his 4th year of basketball. What legacy? What legacy? Is Rookie of the Year?
Say a word sometimes.
Like the shit just.
He said, I used to respect him until I started watching basketball.
Why the Brooklyn Nets are not supposed to win the NBA championship? Shut up.
Nah, because I really used to watch him religiously. Like, oh yeah, he's right about all of this shit. And then I watched basketball.
Like, wait a second.
And I was like, what is he talking about?
A funky diabetic?
I realized that he be on bullshit when he started talking about that nigga Stockton, bro. And I was like, nah.
Yeah, bro, what is he talking about?
That's the end.
Oh yeah, he had Stockton in his top 5. I had to
hell no, nigga, get that nigga out of here.
Hey man.
That white man out of my face, bro.
Like, it's really sad too that I don't know if he fell off or whatever, but like, it's just like I can't.
Not like the
Joel
craziest.
Embiid. That's
not the craziest like hypocritical shit that I've seen from him. Right, was he had a tweet from like February, right? And he was like, Lakers won't make it to the finals, right?
Yeah, I know.
And then he was coming back to this tweet, right? And then his pinned tweet is literally the Lakers winning the championship.
You literally
what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, he's such a hypocrite.
You have a pinned tweet saying official Legend of Winning NBA bracket, and the Lakers are in the championship.
He reminded me of like the dudes that like, you know, that Wojak meme where they like sitting on his brain. It's like on the couch he's smoking a pipe.
Yeah,
that's him, bro.
He just
that's it.
And I can't. There's not really that many people I don't know. I feel like he the only one in that community that I don't respect his opinion on basketball. Maybe
top
him.
Three.
Top three
NBA.
Who like actually talk about. Well, what you mean?
Just top 3 basketball
opinions
YouTubers
that you respect.
Okay, wait. I think.
Yeah, with that, what Jay said. What Jay said. Opinions.
Wait, what did he say?
With opinions that
NBA
I respect.
opinions. Yeah,
okay.
Like you actually, you can
okay,
agree
wait,
with it.
In the episode of like this. Top 3. Everybody got dominate top 3.
Yeah.
Dom, for me, Dom is 1.
I got Dom and Funky number 2. Those are my top 2.
Yeah.
Give me what's that channel? Is it Thinking Basketball?
Yeah, Thinking Basketball. Yeah, it's Thinking Basketball. That's my top. That's my number 1. Thinking Basketball. I don't, cause he.
Yeah. If he says something, it's like Brett Coleman. You just gotta agree.
Right. And then
he's automatic.
He'll break it. He was talking about like the greatest peaks, and I was like, "Yup, he's right. Hakeem is one of the greatest centers." I was sitting there like, "Yup, yup." He did do that. I was sitting there. I was like, oh, Kobe could be one of the greatest too. He was cold, and I was like, man, I don't believe.
You like. It's like when you trying to hype somebody up. It's like, yeah, you do sound smart though. Come in with
I don't know about that, but he make it sound good.
But he could make
top 5 defender of all time. He'll come in with some crazy stats. I swear he'll be right.
But he could talk about Kyle Kuzma being a great basketball player. At the end of the video, I'll be like, you know what? He might be right. He might be right.
Jokic being the best offensive big ever, and I completely agree because of him.
I couldn't even disagree, bro.
That's a conversation to have.
To me.
I will die on a hill.
I was like,
you gotta upload though.
He does. I think after the first round's over, I feel like he's gonna upload something. He can't be going the whole playoff without an upload. There's no way.
He uploaded in a month. Yeah.
Another person whose opinion I respect is Kenny. Kenny, to me, just off the fact that he talks to players, his opinion.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He talked to real NBA players. I was like, hey, bro, can't argue.
Nah, you know what this reminded me of? This reminded me the fact that I'm blocked by Hoops Reference.
How the hell did that happen?
Wait, that's
I don't know what I said. It might have been something.
Wait,
about,
what do they be saying? Is that the one that was talking about OJ Mayo and Alonzo Trier?
Nah. There's no way they believe OJ Mayo and Alonzo Trier changing the Lakers' destiny. There's not.
Twitter is genuinely insane, bro. It's nasty work over there. Talking about real hoopers will get you a few buckets. All right.
Talking about OJ Mayo.
I had no idea.
It's been like 2 hours, nigga. I don't know.
It's been a while.
It is 3 hours. Hey, the game can come on actually.
Top 7.
Right, go ahead.
It is. Oh, it is about to come on.
Oh damn!
Right,
Thank you for watching this episode. What episode we calling this? 1.5 or 2?
Episode 2.
1.5.
I already made the thumbnail.
It's 1.5.
We said
That's
2.
how the podcast is going to be from now on. Just more, not as organized, just straight play flowing.
Oh yeah.
Don't say 2.
Yeah, episode 2.
Wait. What are we calling our podcast watchers though? What's the name for our fan base?
They can do whatever they want.
Hey, the X5 podcast, man. If you enjoy, hit the like button, all that good stuff, man. Head to Spawn, we out.